Welcome back, generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 hour to make the best game ever. Okay, so last session we said we want to take a look at let's delete this one here. Runtime fix one. We didn't submit anything there. Delete. Yes. Delete. Okay, let's create a new branch. VS 2022 asan test. Asan test. Create branch. All right, so we have a bunch of shelves here. Yeah. Okay, let's apply this dash. All right, conflicts, open, nothing, save. All right, good. So on stage, good. So error sanitizer. Let's fix this bug down here. There we go. Option. Okay. And this one can be removed as well. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So. All right. Then we did a bunch of changes here. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's open cmake bin. There we go. And we go with configure. You can to verify. You can. Yes, if you find non-retail bugs in. If you find non-retail bugs in. Then double check it in pristine. Good. Okay, let's search for GenZH. Address sanitizer is enabled. 0 hour. Good. Generate. There we go. All right. Good. Reload all. Okay, we need to apply. Hold on. We need to stash once more. Then we need to cherry pick. Automatically create a commit. Always these merge conflicts. also cherry pick this one. There we go. Okay, and then we do stash pop again. Right. Right. All right. Then let's do configure. Ah, hold on. We forgot one thing. No, we already placed the new DLLs for Clang. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Reload. Multiplayer, if both people have exe works flawlessly. Now we are testing regular game. This is exe. Most importantly, test our builds versus retail 1.04. Okay, build. Rebuild solution. Yeah, let's go. Retail is original game from CD from EA. 1.05 is also okay. Yeah, there's still a worry here about the address sanitizer. Yeah, with the frame pointer. What does it say? EBX modified by inline assembly. Where is it? Yeah, EBX. Yeah. Super fast flow trunk routine works always. Martin Hoffesommer. Shift, move, XOR, subtract. Okay, that's wild. I don't know what's going on here. Looks wild. Truncate. What is the float truncate even? Okay, so compilation is completed. Let's launch it and run into problems. Yeah, so the last problem we saw was, what was it? The STD string for 8-byte alignment, right? Yeah. Ah, hold on. Something is not right here. We didn't put the symbolic links. Yeah. And now Visual Studio is crashing. Oh boy. Oh boy, mistakes were made. Yeah. Good, let's go to generals MD. No. Build. Okay, there we go. That took a while. Okay, let's go to generals. Set a startup project. Railway step info. There we go. Pick link source. Why is Visual Studio so slow? This. Let's delete this here. Drop symbolic link. Good, so we now have here the new location. Yeah, good. Then all configurations, target name, debugging. There we go. Okay, debugging is still correct. Yeah, good. Then let's go. It's passing here. Let's wait until it's done. Okay, what do we do? Why is this here? Right. Okay, let's go. And crash. Stack buffer underflow. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. Nice. We got it working. Oh my gosh. Let me put the good news here. We got asan working with for win32. Put the big emojis. Very nice. Okay, let's plow through all the shit we see here. That's nice. Okay, what do we got? Stack buffer underflow. Okay, so let's copy the report so we keep it safe. Oh, there are multiple ones. Let's copy them all. Let's put it in a new page here. There we go. Okay, so what do we have? This index is -1. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Why is there a Git Copilot thingy here? I don't like that. Maybe we should disable the Copilot shit. Okay, there's an underflow. Oof. We cannot see pass index. -1. Hold on. Do plus plus. Okay. So yeah, obviously buffer accessing it at -1 is not a good idea. So what is going on here? Pass index read. Pass index find index. I'm not really sure what's going on here right now. How about we de-optimize this? Or how about we put a, yeah, we de-optimize this. And then let's put a breakpoint here. There we go. Let's go. It already also was reading invalid data from buffer. The readable size is 260, but -1 bytes may be read. Yeah, okay. So Visual Studio realizes. That's good. Let me summarize this. The build crashes after changing options in game. The build plus gen tool also crashes. Retail 1.04 has the same bug. Retail 1.04 gen tool works fine because gen tool runs again from changing resolution after modifying options. Because gen tool prevents the game. Let me see. If this is an original game bug, then we do not worry. But please check. What is this link? But please check if that is already reported in GitHub. It may not be. I can maybe also check for him. Issues. Options crash. Game crashes on full screen launch if game creation resolution is not supported. No. Maybe it's not crash. Label gen 2 It's maybe not reported because I also forgot about things that Gentoo has fixed for 10 plus years already. All right, so I also might not be aware about some crashes anymore. Yeah. Okay. Good. So what's the bug here? Let's run this and step through. Yeah. Good. So path index. So this reads buffer plus 0. That's fine. All right. Okay. Then what? Path index 26 hex. Okay. Oh. Yeah. The bug is this one here. This one needs to go here. There we go. Fixed. The super hackers at bug fix 18.03/2025 fix buffer underflow. There we go. Okay, that is fixed. Next. Okay, let's try to fix everything that we hit here in this run. Hopefully there will be more. Well, there should be more, right? Yeah. Okay, there we got the next thing. Oh, what is this? What is this bullshit? Oof, that core stack looks bonkers. Oof, no, that's not good. Why is this so trash? Let's run it again. That's not good. The problem is the core stack again is totally garbage. Shit. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, how about we put a breakpoint in here? Put a breakpoint here. No? Here. Let's put a breakpoint here. Let's see. Okay, so the core stack is already corrupted at this point. It's curious why address sanitizer doesn't hit anything before that. It is loaded, no? Oh. Yeah, it is loaded. Let's put a breakpoint up here. How does the core stack look? Okay, the core stack is fine here. That's great. Okay, that's promising. That means we can step through and make some observations and see at which point the core stack looks jank. This looks all good here. Just assigning some variables, yeah. Then what? Then, yeah, more. That's all simple stuff. All very simple, yeah. More simple stuff. There we go, yeah. So a lot of settings here. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so far so good. What is this here? Huh? Jesus Christ. Let's put a breakpoint here. Here. There we go. Man, how much settings are here? It's also weird that in the constructor it calls clear on those containers. It makes no sense. I mean, they are clear by default. Yeah. What now? Okay. And so far looks really innocent. Set time of day maybe? No. Shell map name. Yeah, fine. Aha, there we have something interesting. Get module file name. Open file. Okay, there it starts to read something. Yeah. Okay, here it reads. Oh, okay, here it corrupted. Okay. But I'm curious why asan didn't hit anything. Typically it should. Oh. Maybe because it's still, maybe because there's too much, maybe some of the allocations are hidden. Let me go to game memory. So we removed all these guys here, but there's probably more. There's probably more. Like these memory pool objects here, these guys. Delete instance. Where's the new here? This new. How about we comment out? How about we simply put we make this glue empty. Like so. Would that work? This may not work because of the, hold on. Yeah, that's probably not good. We probably need at least a destructor. Public, we probably don't need. That we don't need. That not. That not. That not. This one here, I don't know. Let's see if this compiles. Let's see. Build F7, yeah. Okay, probably needs to build again. Using wow, using doesn't remove the type. Well, it could be broken because of this shit here, right? Yeah. I think we need to solve this thing here. And do what this suggested here. The question is, how do we do that? Let me see. So we have a CPP macros, right? So CPP macro. Okay. So in here we would say define no sanitize address. Yeah. And then we use that guy and we put it anywhere we can find. Let's search for ASM, entire solution. There we go. And there are a few. Base type, oh boy. So if we put this one here, will this work? No, because that one is not known. Base type. Base type does not know about CPP macros. This. How about we use how about we move win how about we move main, no, where are we? Game engine include common CPP macros. How about we move that to libraries include lib here, CPP macros. Then here we say includes CPP macros. And then this one knows it, but it's still complaining. This function depends on the CPU rounding mode. What? Oh, shit. No address sanitizer. Did I type it correctly? Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me, Visual Studio Code. CPP macros. Okay. So CPP macros, no sanitize address. Okay, why does this not work? Build solution. But I already showed this several times. My gosh. Changes all sorted by date. For reference, this is the entire changelog for current patch. I do not want to lose data in chain. I do not want to lose data. I do not want to have this entire changelog for current patch. It contains a lot of information so that the end user can exactly see what was changed. I would avoid contents. You can see exactly what was changed. If we skip information, then for changes that are user facing, then this information will be lost in the changelog. For non-user facing changes, this is less of a problem. This is no problem. So for example, refactors do not need this kind of changelog. Yeah. Good. So we somehow need to get the no sanitize address here onto these functions. The question is, how do we do that? Right now I get compile errors. That's not good. Oof. How do we... Let me see. So this one, decal spec, no sanitize address. I thought we just put it in front of a function and that's it, but maybe I am mistaken. Yeah, how is it used? It should maybe give an example. Yeah, here, it just puts it in front. But then why is it not working? Man. Maybe you need to include lib base type. Let's see. No. CPP macros. Oh my god. No sanitize address. Oh, what is this? Why is this not working? Long should be preceded. Why is this? Maybe because of the force inline? Maybe that's why it's complaining. What happens if we remove that? It's still complaining. What is the problem? Take a spec. No sanitize address. No sanitize. Decal spec. Specify tells the compiler to disable the address sanitizer on functions, local variables, or global variables. Disables compiler behavior. Not runtime. Microsoft specific. Yeah, here they, okay, here's an example. Okay, so in front of function, so we have placed it like this. Okay, how about we do it without the macro? Still complaining. Unknown attribute. Huh. Well, that's not useful. Ugh. Oof. Shit. Okay, so we somehow cannot disable these things. Okay, here global data, there's something going on here. So it's probably crashing because of the EBX thingy. Here, this one. Yeah, EBX. Ah, shit. Maybe we can replace it with a different register. So we take, let me see, x86 registers. Registers. Okay, so this one takes EBX, this one, EBX, okay, how about we take EDX, Yeah, what if we take a different one, like ECX. Yeah, EDX. So let's say we take here EDX. Would that work? Let me see. So that is in CRC. Okay, looks like it doesn't raise that problem anymore. So this looks like a strategy. Yeah. Glue not implemented. Oof. Okay, let's go back here. Oh, I just realized it couldn't see this thing. I see. Okay, well, let's remove this one here. Let's remove that. Let's put that back in. Let's revert this one. Boy, this would be a lot of work though to go through all these guys. Build solution. I fail to see why this would skip anything. You throw in a new line for each feature or bug fix. This change your linked is badly formatted. You have no distinction between bug, feature, QL, fix, etc. There's no versioning scheme to determine what changes between versions. A dump of a git log that helps no one. Changelog should be concise. Well, I don't agree because you want to get information. If you just say touch that thing, but you don't really clarify what it is, then like how does this help anyone, right? Yeah. I don't agree with that the changelog needs to be concise. It needs to have, I mean, so here, the way this works is at the top is like a list of things that have been changed. So in this case, it's just all sorted by date, right? And then that links to more information. When you click on this, it links to more information. And then puts a link to the pull request, some labels here. Yeah. It's basically all the information that's contained in there. Yeah. Yeah, for some people, maybe this is not useful, but I find this very useful because I just need to look at this thing and I see exactly what was changed. Can always go back and see exactly what we touched. Yeah. Good. Let's run this again. Okay, so we have compiled, and what do we do? Right, so we want to see if we now still get a crash from the CRC thingy, right? So we have gotten rid of the EBX register. Yeah, let's see. Uh-huh. See, now it's okay. Okay, so what corrupts the stack is the EBX thingy there. I see. Okay, then let's search for all EBXs. Yeah. Let's see how many there are. Oh boy. Oh, not so many. Not so many. Okay, I think we can fix that. So here we can also use EDX, 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 EDX. There we go. Yeah, okay, great. Well, yeah. This one is compiled out. Has profile. My gosh. EDX. There we go. All right. EBX. EBX. EDX is already used here. Can we use some other register? Easy. AD. I can use AD, that is free. EBX. ED. Yeah. Use AD. Okay. All right. Next. All right. Okay, here we have another ABX. EDX. Can we use that? No. ESI, no. EDI, no. Ugh. EBX. Let me see. ED. Maybe EAX. EAX. Can we use that? Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if it's legal to use EAX. I think it's reserved for return. No, that was ECX. I don't know what EAX is. Okay, let's see. EAX. It's not used, so we can probably use it. There we go. Okay. There's another EBX. There we go. Good. We got that. Next. EDX. EDX. There we go. Next. Oh, boy. Push. EDX. Push. Right. CPU detect, my gosh. EBX, EDX, EX, EC, EC. Ah, shit. XOR. What? Okay. EC. EC, EC. Yeah. EDX, EBX. Oh man. What do we have here? EBX, EC, EDX, EC. How about ED? No. EAX. No. EBX. No. ECX. ECX. Can we use that? I'm not sure. ECX. Maybe. ECX. There we go. Oh boy, there's more. What about EBX? Is there more? Oh boy. EBX. EBX. Oh man. EBX. EC, ED, EAX, EAX, EAX. Man, I'm a bit afraid that we screw this up here. Yeah, this is not looking too good here. It's not looking too good. AD. My gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. MSVC address sanitizer disable on function. This doesn't work. can we maybe ask our friend ChatGPT? How can we disable msvc? Let's ask here. How can we disable msvc asan on functions, on individual functions? Now you will probably tell me this deco spec. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, let me say. Yeah, I tested this and it does not work. Any other suggestions? Not sanitize. No sanitize address is unknown. Any other suggestions? Does not support. Unlike Clang, msvc does not provide a built-in way to disable. There are workarounds. Compile the file separately. Oof. Oof. Ugh. Use ASM to trick asan. Huh? What? If moving to another translation unit is an option, you can insert an inline assembly block, even an empty one, inside the function. This tricks msvc into skipping asan. Huh? Pragma. Pragma function. Oof. Use inline assembly. Does this really work? So if we put like an empty here, I don't see that working. Well, let's try that. Stop debugging, yes, please. Targa. Is ChatGPT just making things up again? Probably. Man. It's hanging. Huh. No. Let's say I disagree. the more information there is to generate the change log with, the more views one can build off of them. You can still build a concise change log with it, but you can also build one with more information. The change logs I have seen linked so far contained a tag, a date, and a title. This is not enough. This is not good enough for descriptive change logs. Good, let me see if we can find the Targa thingy. Targa CPP. Huh, it didn't complain, look at that. So if we remove this ASM here, what happens then? Also doesn't complain. Huh? Why is it not complaining anymore? Oops. So it did complain about... I don't know. It complained about... Let's revert all of them. How about that? Revert everything we just did here. Revert that. Revert that. Yeah, this one was a fin, CSC, right? Good. So let's also reset this one where it is. Good. All right, let's start fresh. Yeah. Let's start fresh here. QA testers. All good. Wow. Okay, that is amazing. With both builds. Okay. Oof. 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 Okay, so let's go to the tippy toppy. Okay, so here we have an offender, yeah? ASM. So what happens if we put here a ASM in there? Yeah, an empty one. So like this. Oh, it's a header. How about we put it in a CPP and it's easier to test? Here. No. It's all, they put all these things in inline functions. Ugh. Ugh. Do we have one in a CPP? Base type. Let's do the one in the CSC then. Force inline. There we go. All right. Man. The other possibility is we replace the assembler functions with non-assembler functions. Yeah. But that's also a tough change. Let me ask this one. Okay, let me ask here, do we already have a commit somewhere that correctly replaces commit node somewhere that correctly replaces all inline assembly things? Okay, so if we take this guy and we put in an ASM here, what happens then? Let's see. Then compute CSC. Compute CSC. Huh. Does it work? No, it doesn't. No. Okay, what else did it say? Pragma function. The fuck? Oh, it's a bit... I don't like that. No ASM function. We probably need to make an effort and remove all inline assembler. Yeah. Yeah, I think we need to get rid of all the inline assembly thingies. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that we need to touch that. Why did they... What is this? Why did they remove their C++ version for an ASM version? Why? Was the compiler so bad that this was so much faster than this one? That's outrageous. That is outrageous. Okay, but so it looks like here we can simply do this and this. Oh. This. Let me take this. Yeah. So I think there was some change somewhere. GitHub. GitHub pull requests. I think someone took some notes here. Here, I have document assembly code. All right, ASM documentation. Okay, what about base type? Base type, is it in here? No. Okay. Force inline. This is using assembly to do fast round and conversion from float to long. Force inline, L round. L round. Okay. Fast float to long. Fast. What is this doing? Base type.h. Okay, let's search for this. Okay, so we're looking at this one. What the hell? How did he figure that out? I don't know. It's very curious. Jesus Christ. Can't we just use this one then? Okay, fast floor. Not found. Fast float CL. Not found. Ah, it's not assembly in there. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's how about we search for all ASMs, yeah? All ASMs. Good. Let's go. Let's go. So let's go. This one. There we go. All right. Huh. Okay. Okay, this one is much easier to read. Let's go with that. Invert square root var float. Naked. Oof. Naked. Fast call. Oh, it's already in here. Okay, hold on. Didn't need to touch it. We simply do if 0. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's nice that they have switches here. Oh, that's helpful. 0. That makes it easy. 0. Actually, that means we don't need to actually change it because it checks for this one here. Yeah, as long as it doesn't touch EDX or EBX, we are fine. Does this one touch EBX? No. Then we can use it. Mm-hmm. Oh. I don't know where to begin. It's just so much. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's so much. Okay. Let me go in here. Peckerman and friends have tested this in multiplayer. I've tested this change with VS6 in multiplayer and found no issues. I think we are good. From my side, this is good enough. Or let's say for me, this is good enough to go ahead with this change. Yeah. Okay, and since this one is still crashing, I will remove this one from the to-do list. Updates. Yeah. Okay, I think we got some comments here. Just an idea that it might be easier to add undef bit test after every win32 windows include than to change this macro name in so many places. Define bit is set if def bit test, undef bit test, and if. Yeah, this doesn't work. I tested this. I tested this and there was still at least one error and a ton of warnings. There's still at least one error and a ton of warnings. It's really error prone. It's really error prone. I tested this push macro, pop macro, plus undef bit test. It's really error prone this way. The easiest fix is a rename, but yes, it's bad that it touches so much. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, what do we do? How about we just find all EBX things? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We just start with the EBX ones. That's a good idea. EBX. Okay, so we are looking at clamp color. Jesus Christ. Here. Clamp color. clamp the colors. How about www math? How about we take the same thingy here, notepad, else, and if. Oh no, we can't because this contains EBX. No, then we comment this out. Done. Good. Next. Good. Next. Thread save set flag. Not found. Huh. Okay. I don't know if that's a problem. Thread save set flag. Profile fast. Not found. Okay, what about this one? Let's comment it out. What about this one? Convert color. There we go. Convert color. Okay, just take this guy. All right. There we go. There's a bit of a problem here. Class vector has no member X. It's probably uppercase. There we go. Together. Integer. Using VT's nodes. I think his name was VT, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Good, so convert color. What else do we have? Here we already have commented, yeah. Yeah. Okay, if def win32. Oof. Okay. Is this covered here? Yeah. Mm. What? There's still ASM in here, no? Here? Okay, let's skip that for now. What about mutex? Oh, fast critical section. Thread class. Oof, SCD atomic. Ooh. C asserts. I'm surprised that he was able to deduce this kind of logic from this. Or did he just... I mean... Well, let's just roll with it then. What about Targa? Swap bytes. Not found. Matrix 3D. Compiled out. Quad. Compiled out. VP. Okay, let's compile this and see if that runs. Error. Uh-oh. Switch threads. Identifier not found. Switch thread. Where is it? Alright, so he didn't implement this, or... Let's make it an empty... thread class. Switch thread class. Error. Sign mask. It's referenced but not okay. Well, that's not good. I wonder if this works correctly then. Probably need to cross-reference this with other implementations that people have already put. Yeah. It's not so easy to deduce C++ code from the assembly, at least not for me. I think I would need to really carefully study this for a long time. So I appreciate that other people have already tried this. Yeah. Okay, we just want to load into the menu for now, right? I'm not asking for much. Just go in the menu, in the shell map, see some water and the battleship shooting. I think then I would already be happy with this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We need to get rid of the inline assembly. Okay, that has compiled. Let me see if there's still some warnings left regarding the EBX. Can we search for it here? EBX. No, no hits. Okay, that's good. But hold on. Yeah, maybe it just didn't compile all the files to, yeah. Anyway, let's run it. Let's see what we had. Okay, so this one should pass. Oof. Okay, what's happening? Uh-huh. Huh? Huh? What? Huh? I don't know what's going on here. It's dying. Okay, so let's do a rebuild. Yeah, rebuild solution. It's really wild that they replaced perfectly good C++ code with the inline assembly. But yeah, back in the day, they really had to do this kind of stuff to get like the last piece of performance, right? Nowadays, we don't do this anymore. Because it's in the long run, it's counterproductive. Yeah. Because yeah, as soon as you want to build for multiple target platforms, then this all falls apart. Yeah. Yeah. Undev bit tests. Remove. I haven't compiled the code, but I can't see a reason to change the variable name. Okay, let me see that feedback here. I can't see reason. Well, if I, let me see. Let me see. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Aha. No reason for that change. It's better to make change. Yeah, I can answer this. I haven't compiled the code, but I can't see a reason to change the variable name. As well as the two previous iterate independently. Every 3 loops could have loop scope variables. Let me double check this. W3 line 1500. 1500. Why is this not opening? Yes. There we go. 1500 k, variable k. There we go. So the reason is because otherwise it shadows the other AI. Right? Here. So we have k. Let me see. It was part of this one here, W3D scene. There we go. Right, so here we change int I, yeah, and here we change int k. Yeah. The reason the I was changed to k is to avoid variable name shadowing. This is also something that CPP check would put a warning for. Variable name shadowing. This is also something. I did this because I touched the I and noticed that there are more unrelated I's behind, and so I renamed them accordingly. It is not strictly necessary, but in the long run, this is better. In the long run, this is better. Yeah. Yeah. Good. So this one is compiled, and let's run it again. Yeah. Can we make it run? That's a big question here. Let's see. And it hangs again. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so this code doesn't work. Huh. We cannot set a breakpoint. That's weird. Ah, because it's an inline function. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't leave this thingy above len larger than 0, len minus minus. Len is an integer. Oh man, len I bit. Okay, how about we make it here a pragma optimize off. Okay, let's try this again. Man. Oh man. I would rather fix the next loop by adding int type. Declaring variable names before loops makes it unclear if the computed value is used outside the loop. I would rather fix the next loop by adding int type, declaring variable before the loop. But that will change behavior with VS. But that may change behaviors with VS6 builds because the scope rule for loop scope rules for loop is different. The variable scoping rule, this may change behavior with v6. The easiest fix is to take the variable out. The easiest fix to accommodate both VC6 and modern compilers is to take the variable out of the for loop, which this change does, right? Out of the for loop. Yeah, I really didn't want to mess with like custom tricks and like trying to accommodate it, to keep it simple. Like apply the same rule of moving the variable out of the for loop consistently, because then we do it the same way for all the loops, and it's much easier to verify that this is done correctly. If I would go ahead and I would do custom changes to the functions and try to make it fit in custom ways, it's easier to make a mistake somewhere, right? So a mistake could be that I put the integer into a for loop like this, but it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to continue with the integer from the previous for loop, right? That's a mistake that you could make if you try to mess with it in custom ways. And that's why I avoided this, right? It's easy to make mistakes. So just moving this out of the for loop, I think that's the easiest and simplest solution to this problem. Yeah. So I absolutely stand by this decision. And I don't care if he disagrees. I absolutely 100%. I think that's the right approach, because then it's very hard to make a mistake doing it this way. There is an exception. I did in one case I did it differently when there was a twice a for loop behind each other, x, y, and then I took both x, y out of the loops. I did that. Yeah. And then basically I had like int x, y, and then here x equals 0 and y equals 0. I did this, which was strictly not necessary to do, but I thought that this is a bit better. So, okay, I just violated the thing I said. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what have we done? We have added pragma optimize off. Good. Let's run this bitch. Yeah, I'm curious why this freezes. That's really strange. Let me see. Wow, what happened? Jesus Christ. What is this? What is happening? What is this bullshit? Why is Visual Studio dying here on this debug session? It's outrageous. What is this? Source link authentication failed. Huh. Okay, but it never gets past this thing, right? It's dead looping. Let's put a breakpoint here. Ah, it's set to force inline. How about we remove that force inline? Let's try that again. I really want to step through here and see what the numbers are. Yeah. Man. Okay. Do we get more comments here? Let's see. Having variable declared outside the loop suggests that the computed value is used outside of the loop. From my brief read, it's not the case. I think it's better to fix loop later int the code by adding type declaration. This case looks similar to the previous one, but this case amount of the code between the loops makes it really hard to verify. Again, I applied this. I mean, my answer here covers this. So, I mean, he can put this comment for all of them. There are hundreds of these. You can put the comment on all of these. It won't change the fact that this is the right course of action. Yeah. Okay. What happened now? Aha, so the force inline apparently helped. Okay, well. Invalid memory access. Okay, so it looks like we now got past this CRC thingy. Yeah, somehow. By making it not force inline. Okay, how about we continue with this effort next time and try to fix all the hits here. Yeah. Good. Anything else? No. Anything else? No. I think I would take a break here. It has been 2 hours. Yeah, I think we made some good progress. Address sanitizer is running. We can try to fix things. Yeah, our pending change is a little bit all over the place, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, good. Then, yeah, we will see what Mr. Jet Zero will append here. Yeah, I mean, I do appreciate that people taking the time to look at this. At the end of the day, every comment is valuable, but yeah, I'm fairly confident that this is the right course of action here on this one. Yeah, and but I agree. Like, it would be better to have this inside the for loop, right? I do agree with that sentiment. But for now, this is also good enough. Yeah. 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 Good. Then, yeah, I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.